Hello, students of class 7. The Mughal Empire. Who were the Mughals? The Mughals ruled India from the 16th century to the middle of the 19th century. However, by the 18th century, their authority was much reduced. Now, India is a country of multiple races, and to rule such a country for so many years is indeed a challenge. The Mughals did so with great efficiency. You have studied the history of Delhi sultans and the Bahumani and Vijayanagaram, and also you have studied the Pal and Sindh dynasties, and in each case you have learned that India was never, the whole of India was never under a central rule, but during the Mughal period, especially during the reign of Aurangzeb, the whole of India came to a came under the same central government ruled by the emperor. However, that means Mughals could rule the whole country with great efficiency. It is generally said that the Mughals were the descendants of the Mughal chief Genghis Khan on one side and the Turkish despot Toymurlen on the other side. In fact, the Mughals were proud to be descendants of Toymurlen. They regarded themselves as Timurid. They had rather less reverence for Genghis Khan. The first Mughal emperor in India was Jahiruddin Muhammad Babur. In brief, we call him Babur. He ruled from 1526 to 1530. And in 1398, Toimurlang invaded northern India. So the Mughals thought they had the right to rule North India. Before their advent to India, the Mughals ruled some areas in the central Asia. Before that, in the 14th century, taking advantage of the fall of Mughal dynasty, Toimur conquered some regions in the Central Asia and established his empire. These regions belong to eastern Iran or Khorasan, Iran, Iraq, and some areas in Turkey. In the 15th century, the dominance of the Toimurid rulers was at an ebb, means was reduced. The main reason for this debacle was their policy of dividing the empire among the heirs. In 1494, Babur of the Toimurid dynasty was given charge to rule Fargana province at the age of 12. You think about it, he became the ruler of a province at the age of 12. But at a later period, since he did not have similar success like the Uzbeks and the Safavids, he advanced towards India. Who are the Safavids? Safavids were a dynasty of Iran. They ruled from 16th century to 18th century. The Uzbeks were a Turkish-speaking race of Central Asia. From 16th century to 18th century, they established kingdoms in various regions of Central Asia. The Mughals used the term Padshah or Badshah for the sovereign ruler. Before that, we knew that uh, the Muslim rulers used the term Sultan for them. However, the Mughals did not use the term Sultan, rather, they used Padshah or Badshah for the sovereign ruler. You have read about the Delhi Sultanate who used the title Sultan, but the Mughals used the title Sultan for the royal prince. For instance, the other name of Jahangir was Selim. When he became the prince, he was called Sultan Selim. By using the title Badshah, the Mughals indicated that their region did not depend on the recognition of anyone else. You remember that before the Mughals, the rulers of the Delhi Sultanate, they used to uh, get their rule approved by the uh, by the religious Khalifa, religious leader and ruler. He was the Khalifa, and they considered themselves, the sultans considered themselves as a part of the caliphate. But here, this did not happen. But Badshah, Padshah, or Padishah are Persian words. Pad means lord and Shah means ruler or monarch. These two words are joined here. So the question may rise, why two synonymous words are joined together? In fact, the two synonyms are used to indicate a very powerful ruler. In 1507, when Babur was in Kabul, he adopted the title of Padshah, sovereign ruler. A person who has dominance all over the world is called a sovereign ruler, Sarvabhauma Shasok. But a person is not expected to rule the entire universe. Therefore, it is understood that a person who dominates over a huge area and rules with full authority is a sovereign ruler. This should be accepted by all. Then only will his rule last long. Foundation and expansion of the Mughal Empire, feud and friendship. The Mughal Empire in India was not based on warfare alone. On the other hand, the Mughals had conflicts with the powerful political groups of India. On the other hand, they made alliances with some. Earlier, we have read that Babur defeated the Afghans in the first battle of Panipat. Besides them, there was another important political faction, the Rajputs. They were also defeated by Babur. Later, the Rajputs also showed allegiance to the Mughals.